necessarily going to put the room out. You can run basically everything off the battery, other than say the air conditioner, the microwave, anything that plugs into an outlet. So the battery is going to come in real handy when you're what they would call dry camping. You know, you're not plugged in anywhere. You're just using what you can off the battery. As far as a couple things are here, so you got the solar panel readout here. We can look at some of the stuff when we go in, as we pass by. So, and then the jack switch here. So I got to turn the key on. I'm going to do that real quick just so we can run the jacks. Nice. So just so you can see here, there's a start step on-off switch. Okay. So if the step is off, it doesn't come in and out each time we open and close the door. Okay. Which is helpful when you're when you're at camp. You just turn that off. But when you're mobile, then that's helpful to have.
Yeah. And no matter what, when you start the engine, the step will go in as long as the door is closed, so you can't drive down the road with the step out.
The awning, but you can drive off with the awning out, but
I've seen it happen before. And there's a main power battery disconnect right here, the one with the red light. So what that's going to do is basically turn this battery off.
Okay.
Anytime you're using this camper in any way, you want to just leave it on. That red light should be on. The battery's on. You're driving. You're camping. You're just, and even if you maybe, hey, we're going to sleep in family's house overnight, come back in the morning, just leave that on. That's going to keep your refrigerator going and all that.
Right.
But when you're all done, when you're all done camping and you're gonna park this, and hey, we're not using it, everything's going off. That's when you want to, get everything out. Your refrigerator's off, everything's down, and you walk out the door and boom, hit that switch and click, and it turns the battery off. So when you come back in 3 months or so, whatever, hey, I want to use this again, a month, whatever, you can hit that switch and it should pop right back on. The battery won't have lost its charge due to a little light being on or something like that.
Does it have an auto kill while when you fire up? No. Nope. Okay.
Nope. Because it's going to charge also while you're driving.
Right. The alternator is going to feed that en route. Okay.
I'm just going to grab the key here too, so I can show you the jacks.
All right.
I think they're up here in the cup holder.
It smells weird.
Has to be running for the jacks here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it gets its power from the engine battery, and the jacks can use a lot of current, so they want that engine battery being charged while it's going.
Oh yeah, because you're putting down a ton of pressure on the ground on that. Yeah.
You want to get a peek at this right
here?
Yeah.
I
got this turned on.
Thank you.
So just turn on your jacks right there. Okay, and then you can see you got all jacks for tracked, auto, and a manual. I want to go to just auto and just let it level. So when it first comes on, all that indicates is what the lowest point is. So if you see one flashing, that's just showing, okay, the front's a little low right now.
Got it.
Engine park brake. See, I gotta turn that.
So that's a little warning telling you.
Like it wouldn't work if I hit it now, so I gotta go ahead and pull this brake up.
Understood.
You see that light go off, and now I'm just gonna hit the auto button. And it's gonna see things kind of start changing. The green light starts flashing, and it's gonna start lowering the jacks and leveling the coach out.
All right. So this doesn't need any of those little devices for leveling, then.
Nope. It's got its own leveling system. I thought maybe you could see it a little better with that open, but
yeah. No, I got it under here.
A block of wood down, or some type of pad if you're on a muddy, soft surface.
Right.
Just so the jack doesn't sink into the dirt or something like that.
So it's taking them down front and then back.
Yeah,
all right.
It'll just kind of do it on its own. It has its own little system it runs through.
All right.
It'll kind of just keep on going until it's level.
Okay. That was cool. And it's not taking the wheels up off the ground.
Sometimes it could, like you see up front here, it's getting that front one. It just kind of depends on the ground you're on.
Right. Oh hell, this is about as simple as it can get.
Yeah.
Which we like.
Sitting just nicely. Obviously, the way the ground is, it just has to bring it up in there. I didn't get the level, the speed, but I can't. It should be pretty close.
Yeah. And then this thing is now reading.
It should just be a center green light.
Yep,
and
it's
that
solid.
means it's done. Yep.
Cool.
That's it. So then to bring them back up, I'm just going to hit this button that says all retract.
All right. opposite of the jacks, the key has to be off. The engine key has to be off to get the awning out. So I'm going to shut the engine back off. We'll open up the awning.
All right.
Nice and easy there. One thing too I didn't mention, but there's the manual button. So we did auto and it does it all for you. If you want, you can turn this on, go to manual, and then I can just say my fronts, my rears, put them all down just where I want them, just so they touch, or maybe I have it level. And maybe you just say, hey, you know what? I want to tip it back. Well, maybe water's dripping off the air conditioner a certain way. You want to change the direction for anybody. You can go to manual and you can just tweak one side or up or down, whatever you want.
Okay. So auto could set it, and then you can switch it over to manual and just give it a nudge here or there if you wanted to give it something. Yep. All right. All right.
And then the little display here, and all this is, like I said, is from your solar charger up top. So there's nothing you really have to do. You don't have to turn it on or off or do anything really to operate it, but you can run through and you can see amp draw and the voltage on the
that's
pretty much it. And the other one is just this is just for settings.
Setting the
you don't
battery.
really have to mess with that.
Right.
Inverter, which is in the back compartment, but we'll kick that on. Really, you don't need it when you're plugged in at a campground. This is going to be more of a dry camping thing and allow you to run some stuff inside when you're at the rest area. So this.
Yeah, you're taking I think it's 1,000 watt.
Yep, I believe it's 1,000.
Pure, is it pure sine or is it?
Is it what now?
The pure sine wave or is it the?
That I'm not sure.
I'll look at the inverter.
Yeah, it might say right on it.
It'll say on the device.
So. As far as the awning out here, now again, I've just got the engines off, not a big deal, but you obviously don't want the key on and somebody accidentally hit it. You're driving down the road, so I'm just going to hit extend. I believe, you don't have to hold it, it's just touch it and it goes on its own. Some little things in here, front ceiling lights, step well, awning light when that comes out, and then your cargo lights, the lights that are in those compartments.
Okay.
And then you can turn a master on off, so I can turn them on or off.
All right. There. And then that's awning extend retract.
That awning extend retract. So let's see,
Do you know if this one has the wind catch?
I don't believe it has a wind catch, no.
Or the auto retreat.
Some of them do, but this one doesn't.
Okay.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, that does.
So you feel there's a nice breeze cutting through now, and it definitely made it cooler. I like the lights. That's cool.
Yep, the awning lights there, some LEDs.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Nice.
And you know what? Here, let's actually. I don't think this one has that sensor.
Give it a good.
We can give it a
good.
And just see.
Yeah, it does not.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It does.
Yeah. So if it gets too windy, it'll go in.
Good.
That's good. I didn't know that either, so that's good. Now I know. But like I said, most of the ones that. This is kind of the style that would have it too, so I should have realized. But most of all of our Lances have it, and they're the only ones I've seen that have it on all of them. That's why I didn't think this would have it.
Right.
Same type of awning, so that's good. That's a great feature.
That is really good to have.
Walk the dog or go to the grocery store or something, and the wind picks up.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about your awning getting ripped off.
Yeah, exactly.
You're inside sleeping.
Oh, and it's also I forgot that these actually have little awning covers over the slide outs.
That help protect the top of the room.
Right. All right.
So this is just the back of the refrigerator. Everything operates, turns on, is controlled from the inside. This is just where, it had to be worked
the machine,
on or something. No big deals. 110 here is plugged in, LP, and some 12 volt.
All right.
And that's it. And vents here and vents here.
Yep.
110 outlets, so you can plug in whatever you like out there. If you're out here and you want to plug in lights or a little radio, refrigerator, or whatever you want to put there.
All right.
Generator in this one.
Okay.
It'll all start and stop from the inside.
It's weird that they put the generator on the passenger side.
Yeah, they're flip-flop on me, but usually they are on the other side in most situations. This one, again, there's no start-stop switch out here. It all operates from the inside, so we'll start it up from inside. There is a breaker right here.
Okay.
So you see, if that pops out, then that means it's not going to put power inside.
Okay.
Oil and an oil dipstick right here.
All right.
Fire that up from inside.
Yeah.
Like I said, that big storage back here. This is a circuit board for the slide room. There's two slide rooms. Actually, this one's probably this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Inverters right here, like
you
were
there
asking
it is.
about, and then pure sine.
It is pure sine. Beautiful. That helps because that's important with laptops.
Okay.
If you're putting a laptop on and there's what's called the other one I couldn't remember, it's modified sine wave.
Okay, yeah.
And
See, I've heard the terms, but we don't get too in depth in them.
No, modified's fine if you wanted to run your toaster or your coffee pot, but you got some toys, your laptop in there, then it's always best to have that.
Keeps everything even. Yeah. The sine wave, the voltages.
Yep. Exactly that.
Up and down as much.
Yep.
One nice thing about the circuit board here is sometimes these rooms, just like any room, there's an override.
Right.
Something happens with this and you're camping and you can't get the room to come in.
Yes.
And both of them should be let me just peek and see. I think they're both the same. Yeah, both the same type of room.
Okay.
So they run off a motor that's on the top corners. And
okay.
These tracks in and out.
Okay.
If it ever failed, you hit the switch and it's acting weird. It's not coming in or out.
Yep.
If you look right here, it says to a fault indicator and it tells you how to manually override. So basically what it does, if you see the little arrow, there's a button in there. It's kind of like pushing that little button to change a clock or on the side of your watch or something.
Got it.
Old watch.
Yeah, a little plunger
so
type of thing.
A pen in there.
Yep.
And it'll tell you hit it 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the 7th you hold it. And then it'll start flashing red, green, and then you can go inside and it basically overrides all the sensors and things that would keep it from operating. All right. It'll just run it in and out.
Now, are you going through that when say one track goes off, is on a different lineup?
Happen or something? Well, they're both on a different line, yes. So it may be picking up on a high voltage on one of the motors, so it tells it, oh wait, don't go.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if they're out of whack, if they're off track one side to the other, is it gonna?
No, it's going to override all that. Now,
okay.
It should never be too far out. If it starts walking too much, it'll stop itself. Okay. And this is where you might bring this into play. Okay, if you put it out and it starts going, it walks, it stops, bring it back in until it's even and just do it a few times. Try to get it to straighten itself out. But if it doesn't, that's where you'd come out here and do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's just gonna push. Is what happens. Like I said, they're just very sensitive. Kind of like with all this stuff. The electronics are sensitive. Yeah. So it can sense how much amp draw is on each motor. And if this one's pulling more amps than this one, just for whatever reason, it could be a problem in the system. It could be a leveling system, the way everything's sitting. It could be anything.
Right.
It's gonna stop that one motor, and the room's gonna jam up. Well, hitting this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and overriding takes away all those little sensors that pick up the voltage. So it's just like, all right, put it in, put it out. So you can. It doesn't mean it's fixed, but it's going to help you get down the road and get it back to a service center without the room being open.
Got it.
So it's just it's just an override. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to fix your problem, but it's going to get the room in so you can bring it to a service center or something.
Right.
Like that.
All right.
Hopefully you don't have to mess with it, but it's just good to know where it's at.
Well, one of these days we'll be messing with each one of these things, whether we like it or not, right?
Yeah, there's always something. Just storage.
Yeah, and that doesn't pass all the way through, but
have a little thing here that goes back in that you can get back into the back of the furnace.
Okay.
But,
there's no reason to really do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't really have to.
Oh, yeah, and that's a drill out. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it looks like, okay.
So the furnace here, and that's going to operate from the inside. There's on the thermostat, you just take the heat, and I'll show you when we go inside. It's got the kind of like an iPad style mount on the wall. It's got all the operations for everything. So you just go to heat, pick your temperature. It's just like in a house, but it's on a digital readout.
Gotcha.
So you don't do anything out here other than protect this area from mud daubers, things that might get in there. They sell like little. Now, you guys are up in Washington. I don't know how it is up there. Down here we get bugs like crazy. It's Florida, obviously. So people buy these little screens and doesn't even require any tools. You just pop it right over that.
I've seen them. That and on the refrigerator as well.
Right. Exactly. Yep. And the nice thing is, you can, when you're not using it, you can put duct tape over it, but you can't operate it like that, obviously. You can put anything over it, but the screen, you can pop it there and just leave it. It's good for storage. It's good for when you're using it.
All right.
Perfect. This is your power cord. It's going to go with you, about 25 foot long.
Question.
30 amps.
Is that side the same build as that side, or is this is a different build? This is a specific cord, then, right?
Let's see. So one side's going to have the male prongs on it, 3.
Right.
And then the other side on this one is going to.
Is it a hubble like a twist?
Yep, it goes on, and I won't do it now just because things are running. But
of course.
I'll take it off. We'll look at it.
No, that's all. Yeah.
It does like a little 8th turn and comes off. 8th turn goes on, and then you put this little thing there just to hold it tight.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh,
it's very common. It shouldn't, it's what's on most of them these days.
Yeah. It sucks. The one thing that sucks about that is that they didn't put that inside. They could have put that in one of the bays.
They do, yeah, sometimes they have them in like some spot. Like
yeah, but you don't want to mix the water in the AC.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah, it's like I said, it's not uncommon though. Most of them are on the outside. So we got our water station here, like you said. We got a couple things going on in here. So you see 3 hookups. Okay. And if you look at this one here, it's colored black, obviously, and it says tank flush. So that's my sewage tank flush. So I got my black valve and my gray valve here. Everything that goes down a drain, if it goes down the toilet, it goes into my black tank. If it goes down a sink or shower, it comes onto this side to the gray tank. You see, it's got a gray handle. So sometimes you want to flush out the dirtier side, the black tank. You've been using it a couple times, and you decide, hey, let's flush that tank out just for, just to keep it clean, maintenance type stuff. You can hook a hose up here, turn it on, and it's going to send water straight into the black tank. And then you can fill it up and drain it, fill it up and drain it 2 or 3 times. It just helps rinse the tank out.
So that's going direct into
the same, like where the same tank that the toilet water goes to when you flush the toilet. So when there's just probably a 40-gallon tank under there. And that's going to fill it with water. And there's a gauge inside, so you can watch the gauge. When it gets close to full, turn the water off. Come out here. You got your hose hooked up. Just pull a valve. It'll dump. And just run through it like that.
All right.
So that's the black tank flush. And then you see we got these little knobs here, and we're following those for indicators. So if I want to now come in and hook up my hose and just have city water, like I'm at a campground or I'm at home, I want to hook the hose up, just turn it on, have water inside. I just go to where's it at? Right here, city water.
City water.
So basically right where it's at, and I hook my hose up right here on this one, and that's my city water connection, and I just put it to city water like it is here, and it's going to give me my constant water inside. Okay. Now I decide, okay, we're leaving tomorrow. I want to put some water into my fresh tank, my portable water for traveling. That's going to be filled tank. So my hose is already on here and turned on. All I got to do is do that. Now that water, instead of going to the sinks and showers, is going to divert into a freshwater tank, portable water. That's going to come with me so I can pull off the rest area, truck stop, and use whatever water I need. Right. In order to use that water, so I'm filling it here, tank filled. Now I'm driving. I need to be on dry camp. And
you're
now I can
arrived.
use the water, right? So I can turn the pump on and run water without having the hose hooked up. But if I don't have these valves set correctly, if I'm in the wrong thing, it'll start spitting, sputtering, acting weird. You see? So just make sure you're on dry camp. The pump switch, there's a pump switch inside also. Okay. So I just turn this pump on there, and then you got your hot and cold.
All right.
So just pretty basic little water setup there. This is just a little storage area for sewer hose. Okay. So you can put a sewer hose in there for storage. Okay. And then sanitize. So this would be like a winterizing. Up north, you may have to do this. Up there, if you get nice and cold, you can winterize. Basically, you can pump
antifreeze,
antifreeze in from here. So you would just go to winterize and sanitize and winterize. One runs into all your lines, and the sanitize just cleans out the tanks. So winterize is the main one. Yeah. And it's the same setup as city water. So you just would, again, that's not something you're going to do all the time, but you may take it to a service center to have it done. Right. But if you know, hey, it's going to be below freezing for the next couple months, and we got to winterize this, you can either just drain everything out completely, or you can take it in and have it winterized, and they'll pump the winterizing fluid into the system.
So you only need to use the pump when you're dry.
One more thing.
No, the pump is just for dry camping. Yep. Okay. And we'll leave it actually on dry.
Oh, this
that goes into over on this side. There's I forget what was over there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just kind of
actually what that that's going to be good for, because it doesn't open to that. Right. That's going to be a good way to feed your.
Yeah, actually, that's probably what it is anyway.
Put a little rubber piece on there.
That's probably
bug free that, and then that'll be to feed the water.
Leave that on dry camp.
Yep.
So set it all inside.
All right.
But yeah, that's a good idea. That's probably why they did that. But that's good. I didn't even think about it. That's good. Storage, and we got a fresh water tank under here. Okay. So this is that portable water again. When I want to, when I'm driving down the road and I'm using the water pump like we are right now, we're on dry camp. This is where it's coming from. Yeah. There's a drain.
So that's gonna auto drop out. Okay.
So that's gonna drain this tank.
Okay.
The pump that we turn on is right here. So this is that water pump. And here's another circuit board for this room.
All right.
Same thing like we talked about,
Above.
the override and stuff.
Got it.
So that's for this one.
All right.
That's pretty much it. The fresh tank drain, the water pump, the slide control.
Is that sensor levels, or is this a
Underneath
heat?
here,
Do you know if this one has a heat pad on it or not?
No, it doesn't, because I believe the heat that's in the compartment, and I believe the compartments get heat in here.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it has a heat pad on it.
All right.
I mean, it doesn't have one, but I think that's probably why, because it's in that compartment. They probably have a heat duct running down there. Water heater. Everything's going to operate from the inside. You just got to make sure that's turned on, which it is. Okay. It's on demand, so it's not filling the whole tank. It's really just running through and heating up when you need the water. I'll show you from inside how to get that going. And then this is the propane one, and this is where I got to put that little cover that goes over this piece.
Okay.
So this is the propane turned on. We had it. I know they had the leak on it.
Yeah.
We got all that stuff fixed up, so. Good and solid. It's full, ready to go. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know that was a little fight for that one, but
no, not really. We just had to find it.
Yeah.
Your guy that came out, he had, I think, had a different leak originally. 'Cause he came back and he was saying, and that was where we were on different pages a little bit. Was he was saying, oh, there's a huge leak as soon as you hook it up, it just dropped. I'm like, I'm not finding that. And the systems with these hold 8 inches. They have to hold a certain amount, 8 inches of water pump for 3 minutes.
Right.
And no, he was definitely right. It was.
Dropping off.
It was dropping, like right when I got to 3, it just moved a little bit. And it's enough to show something's going on.
He was doing his due diligence.
Yeah, definitely. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
We once we determined, okay, there's something going on, we jumped back in it and ended up finding a leak on one of the fittings and just tightened it up and it's good to go.
All right.
So nothing there. Like I said, it's already turned on. All you really got to do in here is turn it on or off. It's turned on right now.
All right.
That's it. We'll go on inside. Oh, a couple little things right here.
Yeah.
Actually,
And then I got one for you.
Sure, definitely. Obviously your fuel.
Yep. And you got to open the door to get that.
Yeah, you got to open for that. And then not much else in here that you probably haven't seen before.
What I want to know about is on the tires and how I'm accessing the inside valve on the dually. First off.
Yeah, it's probably gonna need valve extenders.
All right.
It's really the only way.
And then is that a hubcap or that I'm on front here, or is that the actual wheel?
This is just a hub. This is the wheel. This is just a hub that covers the bolts.
Okay. And is it just
a screw there?
Screws?
This comes off and you can get to the bolts or the nuts. But this is a solid rim.
Okay.
And then your valve extender is right there. But like I said, to make it easier.
I'm adding in a TPMS on that, and it looks like I'm going to probably end up having to. What ended up happening? Yeah, the reason I'm asking is when I put the money down on this, it was last year's year model.
Okay.
At the time, Mercedes was putting out the cutouts on the wheels were little circles.
Yep.
And then when they switched over to 2022, they came up with these elongated. They changed this wheel look.
Yep.
So now I've got last year's the extenders, the extenders with the little rubber grommet.
Fit this one.
So I gotta swap that out. All right.
Yeah, they always make them a pain. I don't know why they don't put valve extenders on everything. I mean, we get them constantly. Very rarely does any of them come with valve extenders.
Right.
It's such a pain in the butt even for us to check the air, let alone a customer. So yeah, definitely want to put some valve extenders.
All right, and then this is screwed in as well. Then on that.
Yep,
okay, that cap.
Pull out. There's 2 of them that have screws. 3 of them. Yeah.
All right, and these are Continentals, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so yeah, Continentals.
All right.
Yep.
Friend said, "Oh dang, it's so fancy! Congratulations."
It is. These are nice.
All right.
Perfect size too. Perfect size. Nice and easy.
They want to go camping
too
with
big.
us. They're ready to go camping.
The slide toppers, like I said, they're automatic. They're just in and out with the room. That's going to roll off any water or leaves that get stuck up there, so they don't get stuck on the roof. No switches or levers or anything.
I'm just trying to remind myself because that was all the ones that okay. This one does not have. I think last year's model they threw on those side cameras, and they yanked them off on this one. Now, the inspector guy was saying he wasn't. We'll get to it. I just want to double check on the fluid. It wasn't dispersing any fluid out of the wipers. I don't know if he got that to work or not. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to note here is this paint, the way that this. All right.
Some of the things, like I didn't notice. Thinking maybe it was just.
He said chances were
on there. It might have just been operator.
He didn't know what he was doing. Yep.
That's fine.
All right.
Like I said, I didn't even look because I didn't think there was anything when I went through it. I didn't notice anything with it.
Right.
And I just forgot to re-look. I saw that on his paper. I'm like,
really?
Because this paper too. It's like a couple things that
just
I had already kind of noticed. I just had because I finished doing what I was doing, but I wasn't really done. They're like, oh, he's coming, so I would kind of pulled it out. And
so he was doubling up.
Done,
yeah,
let
yeah.
him have it for the day. So there were some things that overlap.
Yep, that makes that. You know what? We're good. All right, we're good.
Yeah. We've had several people who have him come in and inspect stuff. He'll say he does a good job.
Good.
He was thorough.
Yeah, he's very thorough. So
You
that's.
need those?
I don't know what there's somebody else who's working out here.
Worry about it.
All right.
That's pretty much it out here.
Yeah, you got the running board there,
running board, so you have to get up in there.
All right, let's go on in and get out of the heat here, huh? So let me ask you, has this lot been this empty? Have you ever seen this lot this empty before, or is
no, honestly.
It's been freaking crazy.
So another Tiburon or Awning?
So this purple key is your main door lock key, and then the gray one is for the keys.
Oh, okay.
Lock all the compartments.
This has a double lock? Oh,
Yep.
Do you know if those are kind of universal?
Yeah, they're pretty much like a pass key.
So yeah.
I'll let you guys jump inside there and take a second peek around. I'm just going to set this back onto the front.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you got the screws in. My eyes cannot adjust to the
You had to take off your
change in brightness. Yeah.
All right. So, let's see here. I don't think they got the air, so they don't have it on cool.
No.
So come over here, just look at the thermostat. You got to turn that on to cool, and you'll hear the compressor kick on. It might take a second, but
right.
So make sure that's on cool. So they just had the fan on.
Yep.
So home screen. We can start and stop the generator right there. In order to start, I'm not going to start it just yet. I'm going to wait till we shut everything down.
Okay.
But in order to start the generator, it comes up here. You got to go over to this. You got to turn this on and let it light up. And then if you look, it says wait to start, and then it says gen off, and it's ready to go. Now
all right.
come over here. Now you can actually start it from right there as well. The green.
Okay.
Or you can start it from right here.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't really want to run it now because we got the power coming in.
Understood.
So that's the first one, my home screen. Master lights on and off. This is just a display of my air conditioner. I actually will operate that from this screen, like I said. This just tells you your battery reading or all your level reading. My water pump I can turn on and off right here. The tank heaters like you were asking about on the black gray tank, not the one we looked at, but the other tank right here, so that turns on the tank heater.
Okay.
This just tells you.
Oh, so there are some. Okay. Cool.
This tells you your battery charge. This one here has all got to do with setting up timers for the generator and stuff. It's kind of like if you wanted to have it kick on and off at certain times. And,
right.
Lights, all the lights. So this is just if you want to, whatever lights you want to kick on, you can do them right there. You can turn them again all off and on from there.
Okay.
Just everything individually. And then it goes to the thermostat screen. So this would be
Oh. Now you can feel it's starting to get a little bit cooler, I think.
Yeah.
It's just so warm in here.
Okay, I'll just stand here.
Yeah.
You guys continue, I'll just stand
It'll
here.
slowly start dropping down. So I just as far as like there's two fans. So this turns on this little fan here.
Okay.
Comes out here too.
This one turns on the fan back here or in the bathroom here. This fan here operates on its own. It's got its own switch.
Okay.
And then I don't want to kick the air off yet.
Nope.
Let that cool down. Oh, there it goes. I think I'm going to turn the air off and start over.
Yeah.
So everything off there. And then just say I wanted the furnace, that's just going to kick that one. And then you got to turn your temperature up past whatever. It's hot in here, so hopefully we can get it to even come on. It's got to be up above whatever it is in here. If it's not too hot, that might come on.
We'll take your word for it on
Yeah.
the heat.
Yeah, it's just,
I'd rather have the air conditioning.
I know.
I just wanted to show you.
Yeah,
While I turned
Alex
it on.
actually had ran that. He got it kicked in.
Yeah, everything was running. That's why I'm not sure why it wasn't cooler there because they just had it on fan, but it should. I didn't have any issues with any of it. It should be good. So
For a light?
let me turn it off and try it.
I'm not going to hit it.
It shouldn't go red right there. It should be going green. So there might just something I have to figure out why it's going
That's all right.
to the red. It said I didn't have any issues with it.
So auto propane.
Yep. So okay, so there it went.
Yep.
I just turned it off and back on. Sometimes it just electronics
started.
weird. Yep. So
Bump.
right now it's
You try
on
turning it off and then on.
auto gas.
Auto gas,
Because
yeah.
what I did is I unplugged that 110 plug in the back of the refrigerator just to make it act like there's no 110 in the coach.
Oh.
So it went automatically to gas. Now I'm going to plug it back in. You'll see it'll go automatically back to electric.
All right.
That's cool.
But just a good thing to see. If it ever does that to you, you see that red light?
Yep.
Just turn it off and back on.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it'll go into a lockout because
That's cool.
not to confuse everything, but it could have been, so the gas was off from yesterday and it was plugged in running on auto electric. When they unplugged it and put it over here, it couldn't switch to gas because the gas was off. So
Gotcha.
it went into a red light. So that's why I had to turn it off and back on and reset it kind of.
Give it a bump start.
Yep.
Then. Yep.
So and then temperature 1 through 5, that's the coldest.
Okay.
It's nice and easy. That's really all it is. Like I said, the most common thing, just put it on auto and that's it. And then this one you can turn it on and off. But if you just put it on auto, it's going to do everything for you.
Right on. I'm gonna pop this
Get
over.
a little latch right there.
Okay.
What is this big black button?
That one is, I believe there's a light here.
Okay, it's for lights. Good. I was afraid I'd fall.
Yeah, watch.
Okay, good.
It turns these off. See, they kind of.
I thought, oh no, is that
Nope.
for the slide? No, I
You're good.
accidentally leaned against
No,
it.
not at all. You were good. There's a light in the fan here.
Cool. Little things too, like while you're back, and I'll let you guys put those fuses and breakers are right here.
Oh, you know what? I want to get in on that.
Yeah, let me
I'm gonna get in behind you here.
So that little right down there by the feet, you got fuses and breakers, and that's also your power converter, which is your battery charger.
All right. So here's what I want to know. This is the this is basically when you plug into power, short power, or anyway, basically everything's coming into here.
Correct. Yep. Everything from the battery comes into the 12 volts, the fuses, and everything that 110. That 110, like see, you plug in, it runs right to this onto the main 30, and then out to the smaller stuff.
How's this accessible? On the back
You
side.
put these screws right here. This comes out this way.
It pulls out like in a module.
Take this drawer out and get behind it. Oh, what do you mean? No, it's there's basically just a printed board right here, and then this comes off. It's just a breaker panel. It looks like the breaker panel in your garage if you pull the cover
Are you
off.
familiar with the Hughes auto transformer? It's a surge protector.
Okay, I'm not real familiar with it.
Okay. It's basically what it's doing is it's if you run into low voltage,
right,
and you're plugged into short.
Is it something you add onto your cord outside? Or
yeah, you can add it onto your cord outside, but what I was hoping to do was keep it all internal, and but it looks like, as I'm seeing,
there's gonna be, yeah, you
what's
have
here?
to open. I don't. There's nothing in there. I don't know why they left it open. I was wondering if maybe they let, there's a reason. What's
on the
outside there? There's compartments out there. Might be because of that compartment. I'm not sure why they.
Okay, I might dig around in here.
Yeah, because you can take these drawers out and you can see what's back in there.
yeah.
See on the edge of the drawer.
Yeah, you
got
probably
done the one there, one on this side. They go opposite ways.
I'll mess with this later on, but this is what I wanted to know where this was.
And so on the back of this though is somewhere behind there might be a junction box, but you should see the end of that, like where that cord is coming in, and it's attaching into here somewhere.
So that's I guess what my question was.
Right.
Coming off that the socket, it's feeding onto a mount back here. So if I was to pull that mount, because basically I have another I have a little junction box that I'm going to mount in, and I could pull it off of this, mount it onto the junction, feed that transformer or autoformer in line,
and then back
and then feed it onto that if need be. Definitely. All right, now I just got to find a place for this damn thing.
Yeah, and it looks like there's plenty of room back there.
There's tons of storage. Now what's under here? Oh, that's right.
Get this up, or kind of for when the room comes in, so you can lift that, and then there's
a bench.
Yep, just a little bench there and some drawers.
Oh, there is some drawers.
These are, I believe, some type of covers for the windows, a windshield cover.
Oh wow, they added drawers in there.
Oh, there are drawers. Okay, that is new. Yeah,
I love this. During the day, you can put pillows there.
Yep. And that thing has like little rubber, little slats that kind of hold it up for you.
Yep.
And that's not really accessible.
No, again, you could get those drawers out and get underneath there.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have the drawers in there.
I don't know if you want that up or down.
No, we'll leave it down.
Until we have to close it all up.
So this thing here should be the front cover.
That's one of the things I'm going to have to reinvent right away. I remember walking through one of these, and that was the first thing that fell out was that stupidly placed molding.
Which one?
Oh, where they the little clip for the bed when you put the bed up?
Oh, yeah.
It just rips right out. It rips the whole molding right off the trim right off.
They do some silly stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
These fans will only run if it's open. I don't think. Well, actually, let me try them. Just say that. Okay, it does run. Sometimes they won't run if it's closed.
Air's circulating.
But yeah, just it's got the power vent, max air over it, so you can have that open. And if it rains or something, it won't get in. So you can leave that open driving down the road.
All right.
Just leave it open when you go out for the day.
So that one does have a vent, but the bath and the kitchen don't.
Yeah, just from whatever reason from the factory, they put it, because this is the big power vent, they put it on this one, but they didn't add it onto the smaller ones. You could still add them on there.
Yeah, yeah.
TV, shower, get the little magnet for the shower.
Pop the shower open while we're here.
Yeah. Nothing really too fancy here, just hot, cold.
Yep.
Shower, though. It's got lots of space.
Yeah, nice stand-up shower. You get in there, not hit your head. A lot of them are so small.
All right.
Honestly, that's about the size of the one we had in the house. Remember in the master bathroom? We had
a
teeny tiny shower. That one might be bigger.
And then there is no. Oh wait. There is no even an actual vent there. That's just a light.
It's a skylight. Yeah.
Skylight. Okay. Let's pop in here.
Yeah, we can move back. You can get it from here. So the water heater, I want to show you guys that anyway. You want to go on in there, and I'll show you the water heater. So again, it's on demand. The water pump. Let's see. I believe the water pump's on. All right. So we got the water pump on. All we have to do in this, turn it on. You can put your temperature wherever you want.
Okay.
115 is usually about normal. And now it's gonna work. Again, automatically, it's going to take a set, you'll see, so right now it shows water, fan, and when it lights, you'll see a flame. All displayed here to let you know what's going on. Just has to build up the right amount of pressure in there. Now it's lit, and within a couple minutes, seconds here, you can see the temperature's going, it's showing you what it actually is, and it should start to get hot.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's it.
So about 10-15 seconds or so. Yep. 20 seconds. Yeah, and it's good.
And it's on demand, so it's only when you shut it off, it shuts everything back off and doesn't waste any gas or anything like that. And you can leave that on all the time, and when you're done, you turn it off.
From what I know about these, everybody says you can't add cold water to it. You basically got to set that to what your comfort level is.
Yeah, set it at the comfort level. That is kind of a pain with some of those. The fan switch and the light switch, which I guess others. Yeah. These lights are weird. They have like a little delay in them. They have a timer.
Like a LED.
Yeah, something that kind of
staccato thing.
Foot flush toilet. So a partial push with your foot will add water, and then all the way down to the floor to dump it.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. That's nice.
Good to know.
Yeah, you always want to have a little water in there when you start. Obviously, water filter.
Is that just for this sink, or is
that? No, that's for everything.
That's the house. That's the whole. That's the entire house.
Oh, that's just like in the narrowboat.
Yeah.
That's exactly where all of this stuff was in the bathroom sink.
Owner's manual too, so you see that.
Okay, so yeah, there is no filter in there.
Nope. No, it should just run through that one.
All right. This is the best part.
Little privacy drapes, the Mercedes books, all the TV remotes and stuff, the 2 extra Mercedes keys. So we got some little remote there for the dash.
The dash.
This one here is for this, so that one runs that dash radio setup.
Okay.
This one should run this, I believe.
Oh, there we go.
That's that one, which is got inside outside speakers. That's your DVD player, so you put a DVD and it'll come up on the TV over here.
Okay.
And your radio, of course, you can run your Bluetooth through that and do all that kind of good stuff as well.
Yeah.
So if you got music in your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
And as far as the TVs, they're both going to run the same, but
I'm not really worried.
Okay.
You know what? I'll mess with all those later on. That's good to know that that's on.
All your channels work. This is just an antenna signal. You know, we're just getting free digital channels.
Where's the antenna hooked in?
So it's just on the roof.
Oh, okay. It's off the. Oh.
When you go to your source, just keep it on TV. So it's already there. Then go to your menu. And again, this is all easy stuff. But just go to your channel. Now we're on air. That's where we're getting at. If we go to cable, we're going to lose it because that's
right. And the cable feed's usually somewhere in the wet bay.
Outside, yep. Out by the water area. So you just want to keep it on air
cable
when you're using your antenna.
Wow,
and then
TV?
Yep. And anytime you move, that's when you would just do the let's see, menu. Air, I just did it.
And then auto scan or whatever.
Do the auto search, and you'll pick up all the new channels wherever you're at.
And that's the same remote for back here.
Yep.
It should be, yeah.
Yep.
And TV.
Nice.
I
Okay.
think what else? So little things. Here's the main packet with all the other paperwork.
Okay.
And this thing I noticed too just doesn't close right unless you pick up a little bit. So don't push too hard. Give it a little lift.
That's probably good because you don't want to flop it on you in the middle of a meal.
I just always tell people because sometimes you just think, oh, it's broken. You push harder and the brake. You know.
Correct.
It wasn't broken.
In here.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, that air works really good. I didn't have any issues with any of that stuff.
Back here, I'm sitting there. It's really good.
A lot of the issues we had on this were just, a lot of the issues that we had on this were smaller construction style
minor
stuff.
And that's what
screws and screws. Yeah, most of the operation-wise, everything was really good.
Yeah, and it was funny because when I sent a note back to, I got that report that you got.
Right.
And I sent it, my first note right back to Alex was, wait a second. All that I'm seeing on here right now is kind of like grimed and little nicky-knack shit.
And honestly, I think
it's like you or me, I can handle that. But then I wrote back and said, wait a second. I don't see anything on the report about the stairs, about the awning, about the water tanks.
And honestly, that's kind of what I was wondering too. Again, when I came in, I was looking at his list, and he's like, this color here, and I'm looking, wait, it's just dirt, there's dirt.
But what he ended, what he ended up saying was, he goes, yeah, if I gave the full report on everything that worked, it would have been a 300-page book.
So that's good, though.
Yeah,
everything worked.
I said, okay, so as long as I know you're good, you didn't say shit about it. If you're not good, then.
Well, that's kind of. Oh, yeah, that was just too. There was a piece. I cut it already. There was a piece of trim.
Oh, little mark things on eyeballs.
Some of the stuff now too. Like I couldn't do. They'll have to order these for you. But see, there's some damage there. I just don't have.
I'm going to go through it again.
They're going to have anything's under warranty. So anything that didn't get done or that needs to be done, they still get it for you. So like I said, that was.
I'm having fun with
that. Was pretty good. This is the one. This is something that I didn't fix. I didn't realize you guys were coming today. And I was going to come back out to this today and just try to do something with this, but see, this is like a. He took pictures of that as well. It's in there. Yeah. But it's just a padding. It's like double-sided tape that popped loose.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to, I just wasn't sure.
Some carpet tape might be able to.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't know about maybe a couple of these. A couple screws with little rubber caps. But I didn't want to put screws holes in until. I've
got a whole box of upholstery trim tools.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I can glue it. But then I would have to press on it over, for 24 hours. And if not, I'd have to ask the masters, which I didn't want to do because I don't want to put holes in it.
I'm not worried about that.
Thank you. Yeah, you might see a few of these around. I've had them around as little reminders for me.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, let's see, the
I love these
antenna booster. So this is kind of like a little TV stuff here.
runs everything out. So
okay, that's a 1 and 4 out.
player, and it runs DVD to everything.
All right.
And then this is for the TV booster. So you see the green light?
Yeah.
Turn that off if you're using cable or anything other than the antenna.
Oh, and that's going to kill switch for the antenna.
Yep.
All right.
If you want those local channels for free or whatever, and you're trying to not hook up to any major cable stuff, turn that on and then just do your auto program. It'll run through your grab them all. You pick that off if you're using cable or something else.
Okay.
Well, that's neat.
How much do you know about that wine guard thing on the top?
A little bit, which
is that if I'm putting in a SIM card on that thing, am I mounting it into that unit up top?
I don't know about that. I don't know that they take a SIM card. It's just an antenna. It's not a satellite. Or anything like that.
It's just not picking up Wi-Fi or anything. Okay.
No, they do have Wi-Fi ones and stuff. This is just a TV antenna.
Got it.
And sometimes they double as the radio antenna, like the same.
Sure.
They both have a coax running to the same antenna, and it has 2 functions. But there's no SIM card or anything like that I know of.
Understood. Okay.
Let's
let me see here. This is FD storage there.
Yep. Storage. The lights underneath. Some of the light, some of them have a switch right there on it. There's a switch there for this overhead light, and then up here you got the extender track for the front.
Oh, nice.
Took me forever to find this switch. I was looking, I peeked down this way. I'm like, oh, it's right there.
An obvious place ever.
Yep, right there in front of me.
All right, the booster seats did come in. Somebody that bought one of these recently, they left those off. Yep.
Okay.
That's for the turnaround booster seats on the driver's side.
I saw the table is in the bedroom closet.
Yep, that's the new table.
We got a nice little table.
And you guys probably know this is for window covers.
Ooh, nice.
So they are magnetic and they go over all your windows.
All 3. Wow.
Nice.
They go from the inside somehow.
Yeah, so you got full blackout then.
Yeah.
It's Tetris.
And it's magneting onto the door frame then?
I'm trying to remember if they go inside or outside. I think they come on. They're supposed to be on the inside.
Yeah, I would think. You don't want those out in the weather.
There you go. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, they should hold on there one way or another. I don't know. I could be doing it wrong.
I'll mess with it. I can ask some of the people that own these.
Right, it does have the same driver's side, but it just seems like there's not a lot of metal right there.
No.
It's very hard to get to that metal.
It's something we're going to be out here for a week. So, and
Play.
yeah, we're going to be here for a week outfitting this thing.
Nice.
Before we.
My brother's house in Tennessee and do the full organizing
Yeah.
and everything. And I camp with his driveway with the bears.
I've been here forever, for pretty much my whole adult career. I've been at this RV center. I've taken a couple RVs when they used to rent them when it was the other dealership. I took one of my brothers up in Missouri, and we had so much fun. It was just camped, had it in his driveway.
Yeah.
We had enough room inside that we kind of were able to stay inside, but just you need to get away or you need your own little space for a little bit. It's nice to have that.
That's exactly what I'm looking forward to. Except he has black bears on his property. It's the only thing that worries me. So I'm in Florida. I'm not worried about gators. I'm worried about black bears on your property.
So there's a table leg down here, and in that back closet where he's at, there's a tabletop.
That's cool. That is
So you can set up a little table right here for like a drive, while you're driving. It's like a little arm centerpiece or just a little coffee table, whatever. This goes into a bed down here, and that flips down to a bed as well, I believe. Actually, this one may not. I didn't.
We'll
this
never.
might be recliners. I think.
Yeah, I think that's just
a bed,
yeah. That one does. Yeah, if you got a 3-foot midget, we're traveling with you.
Yeah, not a lot of room there, but gives you a little something, I guess.
All right. And this is just pure storage under here, nothing else.
A couple drawers. Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got back in there?
Stuff because they cut it off, you can see there's the water heaters back there.
Water heaters
so
there.
There's a little not as much room. That's a shorter drawer. This one here is actually a lot deeper because there's nothing behind this one.
The Instapot in that one.
All right. And so you can't really add to that door. Okay, yeah. What do you know about this whole bad boy?
Honestly, not too much on that.
Use it and learn while you're driving.
Yeah, I haven't messed with too many of those, but if there's anything specific that
no, I've been doing a lot of my homework, and so that's fun.
This one we don't see a lot of. Every unit they bring in pretty much has a different radio in it. This one I haven't messed with too much. Even the other ones we don't get too in depth. If they're bad, we change them. Sometimes there's we have issues with them. We got to get in a little bit and just
But for the most part, it all goes manufactured.
I'm assuming Attorney is the name of the song or the music group?
I don't know. Is it that giving us some type of forewarning here?
Hilarious.
You get the attorney on the phone?
Right? Damn. Oh, what do we got right there? The little disc?
Smoke alarm.
Smoke?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Fire, and then there's the LP detector should be
Yeah, like a.
somewhere in the kitchen here. Yep, it's a carbon monoxide and an LP detector. It's here somewhere. Right back here.
Oh, okay.
So it does, like I said, carbon monoxide and LP. Here, beep, 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 you know.
Good, good.
The propane has that rotten egg smell. So
Yep.
you probably
The
smell
ladder.
that.
I saw the ladder.
The ladder's back there as
Okay, so
well.
the ladder as well,
Yep, yep. All right.
Oh, there's glue right there. That.
Oh, okay. This was another thing he pointed out that I could see. It needs to be glued. It just popped out off a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
gotta be glued back down, and I didn't get to it. And that's the thing too. It doesn't here. It's just kind of a weird.
Look,
Yeah, no,
that's fitting. That's fitting. That's
that didn't
finished.
bother us at
Little
all.
stuff. Like I said, it was always pretty minor.
So that's
overall.
finished.
Oh, we're
I'm.
happy.
We're gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be sitting on this thing for a week here in town. So, you know, I may be hitting you guys up before we're hitting the road.
Yeah, definitely.
But
That's what we're
we had to schlep out like 3, you know, because I needed torque wrench and some 3-set sockets and, you know, a multimeter and all, because I'm going back. I'm not just going home. I'm going cross country.
Yeah, you're not just.
So yeah, we ended up bringing a shit about.
You need to be prepared for
4
it.
full-size suitcases
Right.
at the max weight.
And even if you don't need it, you like knowing you got it just in case.
The original, we were gonna ship it all to the dealership and say, hey, can you guys hold it? And then we realized.
I want to be the guy that says, "Oh yeah, I got that," rather than standing there going, "Oh shit, man."
You'd be kicking yourself when you're on the side of the road. Be like, "I knew I should have brought that pry bar or whatever it was."
It's funny because at the last second.
3 tons short and 4 jacks totally could have been there. Carry on back.
Like, I guess we're not bringing an umbrella.
All
right, so
something's got to.
We'll leave the floor jack home. We will put a bottle jack in the carry-on bag, though.
Why is it so heavy?
I got my grill pan and my pot in there.
What next? What are we doing next?
You're pretty much. Like I said, I'm here for you guys, so we're pretty much done. Other than if you guys are, feel free to throw any. If you think of something, you want to give it a couple minutes. Normally, what I do is I'll kind of. Is there anything that you guys need from me, like that you want me to go do some legwork, anything I can do for you, and I'll go do that while you guys just kind of check things out?
What I'm thinking, what I want to do right now, is we'll probably spend about another hour out here, just kind of doing our walkthrough.
Take your time and feel comfortable.
And then we'll do our walkthrough, and then I'll call you back over to have somebody. Oh yeah, anything that we're traveling with.
So when you go inside, when you're done and you go inside, they have to go to the counter. They have to put you with one of our parts guys, and he'll kind of go over the list of what you will and what won't need, or what, you know. He'll kind of go over that you can get what you want. These don't come with anything. They don't come with water hoses or sewer hoses or anything. Okay. So inside he'll go over water hoses, sewer hoses, toilet paper, toilet chemicals. And you can kind of be like, if you already feel comfortable, no, I don't need that. I'm good. I'm going to go buy it myself. Or you can let him do a spiel and kind of get what you need. He'll talk to you about those, the inline power surge protectors, because we do sell those. I wasn't familiar with the one you're talking about, but we sell like dog bone style that go outside. So he'll go over all that type of stuff with you, you know, just random stuff. And then you can bring up whatever you have, store related stuff like that to him, and he'll sign off with you, and you'll be good. But as far as
is this AC with the unit? The short power cord?
That's your cord, yep. Goes with you, yep. Like I said, once we shut this down, normally I don't like to, if I'm going to unplug it, I'll turn the air off and then unplug it just so there's no surge later. If I plug it back in, the air's already off, doesn't kick right back on. But in order to start the generator, again, just because you don't want to be sending both sources of power in, they don't really both come, there's a transfer switch, but it can sometimes confuse the electronics and just cause issues that you don't need. So you would shut all this down, go outside, unplug it, and then you can start the generator and turn it all back on if you want to mess with that or just to try it out or anything like that. But yeah.
Liquid levels. Everything's checked out on oils, DEF.
The only thing I didn't have, and I noticed too, and that's why I thought, dude, you might have been talking, the windshield air fluid was a little low, but I don't have window wiper fluid to put in there. Our guys use like a foamy glass cleaner.
Right.
We used to have a big jug of glass cleaner. I used to be able to fill it, but I went to fill that. I couldn't find glass cleaner.
Don't worry about it.
But other than that, all the fluids and everything should be good. Yep.
Okay. And then how much did you? How much is in the tank, the fresh tank right now?
It was at 3/4. No, well,
No,
yeah, we can let some out if you don't want.
No.
Yeah, it's at 70%.
70%. Okay, that's actually pretty heavy for travel then.
Yeah, but we'll be playing around with it and stuff.
Why are we reading 67 on the black? Is that just from water drainage?
Yeah, probably. I didn't even notice that. So let's all right, when you're done, let me take it over there.
Empty it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, let's get that empty before we.
There shouldn't be anything in it. It's
Right, it just might need to be reset.
It could have just fresh water in it. I hope there's nothing. I never smelled any sewage. I don't think it can happen. There's nothing in it. But water maybe, so I should be able to. I'm gonna check the valve right outside here.
All right.
So if it's just water.
See the air conditioner condensation is coming off the window there.
Oh, I thought that was getting perfect.
It's actually good. We're level, and we're standing here walking around, and it's dripping off. It's actually a good thing.
Amazing. You open that door, how the temperature in here, the way it rises.
It's keeping that door open affects how this is getting cool. What do you think?
I'm happy. There's just little tiny shit. I wish they included hoses. They gotta get their that'll be one of my. Ended up with a TV in the other room. You have to see if you can hook that up with your computer and.
What's that?
There's a TV in the bedroom.
Does it need to be connected?
No, I didn't know that was standard. I thought that was something you can add on.
Oh.
But it is standard, so there's one in there, but that'll be useful if you want to cast your computer onto there and have an extra screen. I'm working and you want to watch YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, this is fascinating how they move around the fifth wheels.
Oh yeah, with a little trailer hitch.
Tractor. So are all these for sale or are all these in for repairs?
There.